All right, so good morning, everybody. In today's class, we are going to be discussing about the types of marketing that is done by the organizations. All right, so broadly, organizations are classified into two types. One is a product-based organization, and the other one is a services-based organization. So, what do you guys think is a product-based organization and a service-based organization? What do you think is the key difference?
Product based organization is all about products, and
Okay.
sales means we it is intangible things, only we can feel
Okay.
it.
Only we can feel it. Yes. So that is like the very point on or bang on kind of a definition. So just to explain a little bit, a product based organization is an organization which involves in manufacturing a product and then sells it in the market for the consumption of the consumers. On the other hand, a service based organization is a company which is involved in offering services which have an impact on the well-being of a consumer. So the services based organizations examples can be your hospitality industry, your hospitals, travel and tourism, restaurants, anything that offers you a kind of a sense of a well-being, anything that contributes to this, and the companies who are involved in such kind of work are referred to as services based. On the other hand, a product based, like Janani mentioned, are companies who are involved in manufacturing products, right? So now, do you think the strategy that both these companies will adapt for marketing will be same? Do you think that they'll have the same kind of strategies for marketing? Because one is producing a goods or a product which has a physical form, it has some attributes, it's got some features. On the other side, the other company is engaged in offering a service which is entirely dependent on the experience of a consumer. So very clearly, the kind of marketing strategies that are involved or that are involved in both these companies are very different, right? So we are going to see now what are the key differences between product marketing and services marketing. So point number one, a product marketing company involves process of promoting and selling physical goods to people, right? On the other hand, a services company involves process of promoting and selling services to people. So we just discussed this point right away. Point number two involves promotion strategies based on the feel and features of the product. Like I told you, every product comes with certain attributes, it comes with certain features, right? Characteristics which define that product. It could involve shape, it could involve size, it could involve the kind of packaging, it could involve the kind of use, where it goes in, and how does it impact the end process. On the other hand, a services based company involves promotion strategies based on the experience in the minds of the customer. So, like we said, that services is all about making a customer feel good, a well being, a factor that contributes to the well being of the customer, right? So, a promotion strategy based on experience in the minds of the customer. The last point, customer does not interact with the manufacturer of the product. So while the promotion strategies that are adopted by the product companies, the customer does not have the visibility or does not have the opportunity to interact with the manufacturer of the product. So the many items that we go out and buy in the market, none of us have the visibility or none of us have any contact point or touch base with the manufacturer right away, right? The customer's direct contact is with the product which he can touch and feel and make the purchase decision. So for a product based organization, their selling strength is the product, what the product speaks to the customer, what does a customer feel about it when he sees it, when he touches it, and the other attributes and features that come along with it. On the other hand, a services based company, the customer is able to interact with the service provider face to face. So let's assume that you guys visit a salon, which is a services based organization. So you're able to directly interact with the service provider, the guy who's going to probably give you the service that you've gone there for, right? In addition to the interactions, The customer is also able to enjoy the physical elements of the service environment, including facilities and equipment. So the customer is also able to enjoy the place, right, where the service is being offered. So he's able to enjoy the kind of environment that is available, a very neat and clean place. It's got an air conditioned room, right? Things like that. So that is a key difference between product marketing and services marketing. So where in product marketing, the product is the strength, right? The product speaks for itself. The product is the strength. On the other side, in services marketing, it is a combination of various factors, right? It is the service that is provided at that place. It is the nature and the involvement of the service provider who's offering you that service. It also involves the kind of place where the service is provided, the environment where the service is provided. So all this combination put together offers that customer satisfaction, right? So on one hand, you've got a product which you can touch, feel, see, sense, and make that buying decision. On the other hand, you have a service wherein you have to undergo the kind of experience. So when you guys visit, let's say, a restaurant or a salon, and even if one of these attributes does not work well, if you feel the place is untidy, you may not want to visit that salon once again. If you feel that the food was not good in one particular restaurant, you may not want to visit that place. Sometimes even the behavior of people who are in the services industry has a direct impact on the customer service satisfaction level, right? If you come across a rude employee or a rude service provider, would you want to go back to would you want to go back and take the service there again? No, right? So a multitude of factors play while you are engaged in services industry, and therefore promoting services is a tad bit difficult, or to bring that impression in the mind of the people, you have to convince them through various factors. So we will see how it is being done and the key differences between product marketing and services marketing. So here I have listed down a couple of factors which have a direct impact, right, on the services and the product marketing and the key differences between them. So when you see, the first factor that we are going to consider is who comes to whom, right? Factor number one is who comes to whom. So in product marketing, as you can see, the product comes to the customers. A consumer goes to a shop where the product is already available. He's going to take the product. If the product fits his choices, if the product is going to fit his expectations, he's going to make that buying decision. On the other side, for a services company, customers come to the service. So if you see, we are the people as consumers who visit a restaurant. We are the people as consumers who visit a cinema theater. As consumers, we visit a salon. So do you see the key difference? So in a product based organization, the manufacturer has made a product and he's put that out in the market. The consumers go there to the shop and they're going to pick that product up. However, for a services company, the customers are the ones who walk into that service area, which is why the environment where the service is being offered also plays a key role in the success or in achieving customer satisfaction, right? The second one, transfer. So a product can be owned and can be resold. So example, you purchase a car or you purchase a phone or you purchase a TV. You always have the option of reselling it or passing it on to someone else once you have made use of it. However, there is no transferability that is possible in services, right? In services, once the service is consumed, you cannot return it or you cannot transfer it to someone else. So neither can be owned nor can be sold. So you cannot, once you have watched a movie with a ticket, you cannot transfer that. Once you have consumed something in a restaurant, you cannot transfer that. Once you have made use of a service in a salon, you cannot transfer that, right? So that is what we mean by neither can be owned nor can be sold. Tangibility. So what do we mean by tangibility? Touch and feel. Can you touch and feel? That is what is called as tangibility. So customer can touch and feel the product. As far as a product is concerned, a customer can touch, can feel, can sense, can see how it turns out. Does it meet their expectation? Is it appealing to their eyes? All these characteristics come along with a product. However, for a service, a customer cannot touch and feel. Like I said, you cannot touch and feel the services. You cannot touch and see, the services that are being offered. For example, a movie or a salon, it's an experience, right? So that's what we say, that products are tangible, but services are intangible. The second one, return. Like we discussed, products, if you're not satisfied, can be returned, because they're not going to lose out on their shape, they're not going to lose out on their timeline available, their shelf life, nothing of that gets affected. But for a services, returns is not possible. Once the service has been offered and once the customer has had an experience with it, you cannot go back, right? You cannot return that. Separability. What do you mean by separability? It can be consumed anywhere. So a product is basically separated from its place of origin or the place of manufacture. The product can be manufactured anywhere, let's say in Hong Kong in China, but then it is getting consumed in Chennai in India. So it is separable, right? The product can be separated from the place of origin or place of manufacturing, right? But for a services, it is inseparable. You have to go to the place of manufacture, to the place of origin to consume that particular service. You cannot be sitting at some place and then ask for a service to come to you, right? So services generally are inseparable. You walk into those kind of places where the services can be offered, right? Quality. Product quality can be easily measured. Why? Because you can have defined specifications and defined features for a product, which can be easily measured against the respective values. However, quality for a service is difficult to measure. Why is it difficult to measure? The reason is each individual has a different understanding of quality. Something which I may find very good for my satisfaction can be something which my friend may not like. They may feel that this is underrated, or somebody may like it more and I may not like it that much. So services, the quality cannot be measured in terms of value as far as services is concerned. However, for a product, you can certainly go ahead and measure the quality, because you can define the specifications and you can define the features for a product, right? What sells? In product, you sell value. What value? We already discussed this in our first class. Price versus value. How much is a customer willing to pay for a particular price? What benefit does he see to receive from a product for the price that he's paying? That is what we define as value. So in a product marketing, you're trying to sell customer the value of the product, that my product comes with such features which will fulfill these kind of needs, and I'm offering at such a price which is pocket friendly, or I'm offering at a high price because my product comes with best features in the market. So you're trying to sell a value to the customer. On the other hand, in a services, you're trying to send relationship to the customer, right? You're trying to sell that experience. Through that experience, you're trying to sell the trust. That is what we refer to as relationship here, right? It does not matter about the price there. A customer, if he's able to feel good about your service place, about your process, he probably be ready to spend that extra little money and to feel good about it, right? So as far as services is concerned, you're trying to sell a relationship, that bonding with the customer, that trust, building that trust with the customer, right? What is the marketing mix that we use for a product marketing? It combines of 4 P's, which are defined as product, price, place, and promotion. These are the 4 P's that we speak about. I repeat: product, price, place, and promotion, right? So we use a marketing mix of 4 P's while we are speaking about product promotion. On the other hand, when we speak about services marketing or services promotion, we speak about 7 P's. So what are the 7 P's? The first 4 P's are the same, which is product, price, place, and promotion. And the last 3 P's are your process, your people, and I am sorry. Yes, your process, your people, and your physical evidence. So that is the 7 P, right? The last 3 P's are process, people, and physical evidence. So, like I said, we discussed in the first example, right? A product comes to you, features, touch, feel, meets your expectation, done. But for a service, there are multitude of other factors which come into picture, wherein we discussed about the environment where the product is offered. I'm sorry, where the service is offered, right? What kind of an environment is it? Is it a clean place? Is it a dirty place? What kind of things are used? What is the kind of fragrance? What is the kind of smell that that place has? So all these come into services marketing, right? That's what we refer to as physical evidence. When we speak about physical evidence, those are the attributes that we are meaning, correct? So now moving forward, we will see what this marketing mix is, right?